And I think that's an advantage we have, the fact that we can actually now imagine it, knowing what has not worked, not just in Kenya, but in East Asia, in Europe, in America, in China.
It allows us to imagine what
To imagine what
can work now.
what can work instead of reinventing the wheel. What are the safeguards we need to put in place? And I think that's what the Constitution 2010 was doing. But then it was given to the same guys to implement.
Yeah.
And they've dismantled it in the last 10 years, systematically
dismantling it.
because they knew if this thing works, then the centralized system, which is it's about extractivism again. It's a client system where whoever controls the state then controls the tenders and then can extract money.
Yeah.
And which is what basically was devolved. But if you had systems, if you had a CIC, Constitutional Implementation Commission that worked, if you had all these independent institutions that were created, National Commission on Human Rights, Division of Revenue and all these things, if all those institutions had been let to work, where would we be as a country? Maybe a nation would have emerged with a different ethic.
Yeah.
And I think Kenyans can do it. Only that we need a strong leadership. Part of the reason why Ruto is in power is people believed his rhetoric. And it means his campaign and communication were able to they were able to use research to tap into what Kenyans want and then speak the right language. They're not delivering, but when you talked about a bottom-up economic model, that is what Kenyans want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like in the psyche of most Kenyans.
And I think that's the decolonialization, because that means Kenyans, despite us still being stuck where we are, the arrested development, we can imagine a different kind of Kenya and Africa. And I think that imagination it's in our music, it's in our art, it's in our suppressed governance, participation,